After working with hundreds of retirees over the last 16 years, I've discovered that having enough money is really just the beginning. So today I want to share a powerful framework that's going to help make sure your retirement is the best stage of life yet. And it's actually backed by research from one of the world's leading psychologists, Martin Seligman, and it can be immediately applied to your retirement plan today. And actually, a few months back, I interviewed psychologist Daniel Crosby on this channel. He spends his time studying the connection between money and happiness. But in the next few minutes, we're going to cover the 5 essential elements that separate thriving retirees from struggling ones, and then exactly how to implement each one of these elements, and then a simple way to assess where you stand right now. It's called the PERMA model, and P in the PERMA model stands for positive experiences. And this is what most people think about when they think about retirement, right? It's all the fun stuff. This is the fun, the joy, the pleasure, the positive emotions that come with this stage of life of retirement. It's things like leisure activities and golf and travel and new hobbies. It's enjoying good food or entertainment or relaxation. And it's really any activity that brings immediate pleasure and happiness. Now, here's the thing. That's important, but it's really just one piece of the puzzle. Most retirement planning focuses almost entirely on positive experiences and having enough money for the fun activities. But research shows that you need these 4 other elements to really flourish in retirement. That's why some people, even though they've got millions of dollars, they still feel miserable in retirement. And while others, they've got modest savings and they feel deeply fulfilled. The magic happens when all 5 of these elements work together to create this holistic, meaningful retirement. Now, onto the second letter, and that's E for engagement. And this is really any deep involvement in activities that create flow. It's like when you lose track of time because you're completely absorbed in something. And without engagement, retirees often feel bored or restless in retirement. And that's why so many successful people, they struggle in retirement. People who've had this thriving career, executives, or any career where you're doing big work and then going to retirement, that can be a struggle for a lot of them. An example of engagement activities, that's meaningful work or projects that just challenge your skills. Or maybe it is learning a new skill that you don't know, like playing the piano or painting and getting into flow state there. It could be also teaching or mentoring people if that's what you're excited about. And it's really just any activity where you feel fully engaged and challenged. The next letter in the PERMA model is R for relationships. And this is love, connection, any meaningful relationships with others. And the research shows relationships are actually the #1 predictor of happiness in retirement. Many retirees, they lose their work friendships or they lose their social connections after they're done with work, and that leads to isolation, which we really want to avoid. Now, the examples of relationships you already know, it's strong marriages or strong family bonds. It's those deep friendships or social connections, or maybe community involvement, or just being part of groups that share common interests. I want to get to the next letter in the model, but very quickly, let me know if you're liking this video so far by just clicking the like button. Now, the next one is M for meaning. This is really working for something bigger than yourself or having a sense of purpose. Because without meaning, retirement can feel empty despite having money and more time than you ever had before. It's really about significance, not just success. And examples include volunteering for causes that you really care about, that are changing the world, or maybe mentoring others and sharing your wisdom. There's some overlap here with some of the other ones. It could be religious or spiritual practices in groups, or just contributing to your community or your family legacy. Next is A for achievement. And this is setting and accomplishing goals. It's growing and improving, because here's the thing, humans are growth oriented, and without goals or progress or this next step, we can feel stagnant. And achievement, that gives us this sense of progress and accomplishment, even in retirement, as we're done with work and all of these deadlines and things that we had to do. We want to keep those things when we get into retirement. So this could also be learning a new skill and hitting the next level, or earning certifications in certain areas in retirement. Maybe it's completing creative projects like writing a book, or maybe just writing all the stories from your life and sharing it with your family. Or it could be mastering new hobbies or sports, or new interests, physical activities like that, or just setting and reaching personal milestones. So now what do we do with this information? Here's an action step. Take a minute or just a few seconds even right now and think about your own retirement plan, and think about the PERMA model, these 5 things, and which of the 5 areas need the most attention right now. Whether you're retired or you're not yet retired, you can do this and see where do you need, or maybe where are the biggest gaps? Because remember, retirement isn't just about having money. It's about creating this life, this new life that's rich in all 5 of these elements.